welcome again to your favorite podcast nobody listens to, the F and Yes Show. I am Scott Ephraim Horowitz, and by my side always is.
Josh Yeshua Lepowski.
So, we are
Party
going to
on,
talk.
yeah.
Party on, Yes. Actually, that's how we should end it. Party off. We'll go party. Yeah, I like that.
Done.
Done.
So let be
Okay.
written. So let be done.
And thus it has been said. We have officially voted for a change to the podcast. By the way, you can email us at what's our email address? Oh, I just dropped the remote control. fandyesh@gmail.com. That's FANDYES@gmail.com. Our last email is from our hosts. Ooh, I can add ads onto our thing for free. Oh,
Did we
cool.
get fan mail?
Oh, we get spam. That's some kind of mail.
What are they trying to sell us? Anything
Yep.
good?
I think they're trying to sell us ourselves.
Eh.
Mm.
How
All
much?
right. All right. So, let's see. Today is Thursday, July 16th, 2025. I don't know the Hebrew calendar, but it's sometime in the month of
Of.
uh
No,
no,
not
not of,
of,
yeah.
not of yet.
What's the
Soon.
when
Soon.
will
Hold
then be
on.
now?
Soon. Hold on. Give
It
me 1 second.
it's the
We're in
20th of
Tammuz.
Tammuz.
Yes, we're still in Tammuz.
Is that a
Uh,
fast day? So like some
Sunday was a fast day.
okay. I'm sort of
So the start of the 3 weeks.
uh,
And we're counting down.
yeah.
So,
So, let's talk. So the biggest news in the world of nerdism, or or news that people care about, like there's nothing else going on in the world that matters aside from this.
it's all I care about.
Yeah, is last a week ago from tomorrow, the latest Superman movie was released, ushering in the new DC universe.
Woohoo!
Um, long story short, Superman fights Lex Luthor and wins. Spoilers. It's pretty much the plot of the movie.
Superman wins?
Sorry. This is going to be pretty spoiler heavy, so if you haven't seen the movie, you're probably one of the few people aside from my wife that hasn't.
My wife saw it.
Your wife likes these things, mine doesn't.
My wife was not looking forward to it, um, but she agreed to go into it anyway. After, as we were walking out, she said to me, "It was actually really good. You were right."
A Jewish woman told her husband he was right.
I had a heart attack.
So this is the last standalone super movie was Man of Steel, which came out in 2012,
15,
20.
was it 2015, I
It was the
thought?
same year as The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, I typed it as Man of Steel, not Man of Steel.
Hmm,
2013. Oh, we were.
2013.
It's the
Okay.
law of averages.
Yeah, I
And
think
this,
Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012.
yeah. So this was a pretty much a complete 180 from that. I kind of like the fact that Superman's there. We didn't have to go into Krypton and the parents sending him off. Everybody
There
knows that
there
story.
are certain things that never need to be seen again on screen. Krypton exploding, one, and I just realized no one can see us counting on our fingers.
Okay, I held up one finger. Okay, number two.
Number two, Bruce Wayne's parents being shot and Martha Wayne's pearls falling in an alley.
And number three.
Uncle Ben dying.
And number four.
Um,
I don't know if there's number four.
there's probably something.
I actually have a feeling they may not do a Fantastic Four
That
origin.
that is coming out this month.
That comes out a week from tomorrow. But
Yes, but it looks like they're not. It's
I
not an origin
yeah,
story.
maybe they'll do like some sort of flashback thing, but I kind of like that. We've had two origin stories in the last 20 years.
I
Well,
mean,
we
the
had one origin story in whatever the last Fantastic Four movie was.
was some sort of origin of
Okay,
something.
well, we'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
So
Um,
okay, this was Man of Steel was a very dark and Superman.
it was
I
an interesting
It
take
was an interesting
on
take.
Superman.
I mean, it
I
was
I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it,
but I didn't love it.
but I didn't love it, and it didn't feel like the complete picture. Henry Cavill was very good.
That
He was a good Superman.
yeah, I agree with you in that.
The way Clark Kent was written and portrayed was my main issue with Man of Steel. And
Well,
it
how about this movie?
lacked,
Clark Kent was in it for about 4 minutes.
true, but
Hmm.
Superman, let's take it back about 20 years. Um, to Kill Bill Volume 2,
I was just watch
masterpiece of a movie
I was just
by
watching
Quentin
that clip.
Tarantino.
Yeah,
And Bill is explaining Superman, and Quentin Tarantino is a huge Superman fan,
he's a
which
huge
is
comic book
why,
fan. He's also pro-Israel.
yes. Um, but
I'm just
so
fixing my blinds because it's blowing my air conditioner is blowing it, which making not get okay. That's better. Continue.
uh, is it going from suck to blow?
What's the difference? Okay. Anyway,
Eh. Um, so according to Bill, uh, Superman uh, wakes up and he's Superman. He doesn't have to put on his costume to be Superman. He is Superman. Clark Kent is the disguise, is his disguise. How that's how he sees the world.
see,
And
I actually
that
disagree with that.
well,
But go
so
ahead.
that I think that is what Zack Snyder was leaning into,
Yeah.
and
Whereas,
that his Zack Snyder's Clark Kent was really a commentary on how this all-powerful being sees the world:
mhm.
weak, bumbling, clumsy, fragile.
So
But
whereas if you ever do you remember Lois and Clark?
yes,
The scene where he reveals his identity to her. Spoilers, the show's 30 years old. 30 years old. He goes, Clark is who I am. Superman is what I can do. He's Clark all the time. Like Superman is the disguise, whereas Batman is the opposite.
right.
Bruce
With
Wayne is the
right.
disguise.
With Batman,
He's always
exactly.
Batman.
Bruce Wayne died when his
His par
parents were killed in the alley. Batman was what
It's almost like
remained.
it's almost like a split personality in that case. But
Pretty
anyway,
much, but
let's
Bruce Wayne is the
the
mask.
mask, whereas Superman's the mask and Clark is. So,
Right.
let's talk about this movie because we're like, let's talk about Superman without talking about the Superman movie. Um, I thought the
I mean, we're giving
pairing,
background on
I think,
Superman.
okay, I love Christopher Reeve's portrayal. I love 1978 Superman. I
I
think,
mean, it
oh,
set the bar.
however, overall, this cast was the best cast Superman
I think David Cornsweet was definitely the best Superman since
since
Christopher
Reeve.
Reeve.
But I'm not just saying that. I'm talking about the ensemble. Like, I think the relationship with Corn Sweat and Brosnahan may have been
That
better than the relationship between Reeve and Kidder.
they had great chemistry together.
Yeah, and like,
I
did you
saw
ever
a
watch?
meme.
Did you ever watch Mar? Go ahead.
I saw a meme earlier today about it was a picture of Cavill and who played Lois Lane in those movies.
Oh,
Um,
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams standing next to each other,
Mm.
and a picture of Corn Sweat and um, who played Lois Lane,
Brosnahan.
Brosnahan,
We're getting
and
old. We can't remember shit.
and it looks like the line basically is like you look at
Eh,
Corn Sweat and Brosnahan, and it looks like they're in love. You look at Cavill and
Amy
uh,
Adams.
Amy Adams, and it looks like he's trying not to throw her into traffic.
Yeah, that's funny. But did you ever watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
I have not.
Okay.
It's on my list.
You really should. You would actually love that show.
It's
Like
on my list.
Stephanie's has to have seen that.
I'll
There's
check with her. I'm sure she's started it
I
at
mean, yeah,
least.
because
We've
so
been going
basically
through some other stuff on
so
Netflix.
Rachel Brosnahan plays Midge Maisel in that, who is a Jewish housewife whose husband cheats on her, spoilers, and she becomes a stand-up comic in a time where women comics wasn't that good. And the thing is, Rachel Brosnahan is not Jewish, but she so you know that quick wit that Lois Lane had with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now add the 1950s Jewish housewife drawl onto that. That is Midge Maisel. And just like the second they cast Brosnahan, I'm like, that is perfect. She just the way Midge was is Lois's spunk. That being said, I would have liked a little more reportering of Lois in it, but I thought her relationship with Cornsweat was believable. I thought you
Yeah.
could tell that like she
Look,
knew she loved him, but she wasn't sure she could be in a relationship with Superman.
I thought the interview scene,
That was great
and this is not much of a spoiler because
because
it's in the previews.
yeah,
However, if you have not seen
it's
it,
it's a little bit longer.
pause this recording right now,
Mm.
go out and see it, and then come right back and listen to the rest of this podcast.
Or you could just listen to the rest of the podcast and then see the movie. Ignore Josh, like everyone else does. Okay, go ahead.
Where was I?
The interview scene.
Where am I? Where are my pants? The interview scene. Uh, I thought she portrayed that showed her reporting chops right
Yeah.
there. Like she was very focused
Hmm.
and just kept pulling him every time he tried to veer off.
Yeah.
She just pulled him right back, and she was laser focused on her questions and getting to
Mm.
not throwing softballs either, but
Yeah.
asking hard
She was
questions.
asking some hard questions, and she said, "These are questions I would ask of anyone. You could answer." And I liked how defensive he got. The thing that I really liked about it is, and you could almost tie this back to the Reeve is he cared. You could tell he cared about people.
Yeah,
Like in Superman 2, where Christopher Reeve was like the people. That's
right.
And Zod tried exploiting that as his weakness. Here
I think
he's
I
trying to
think
stop a war because he said people are going to die.
I think that is again the main contrast between this Superman and the Zack Snyder
Yeah.
Superman. Like we had a Superman who refused, like was unable to save his father from a tornado, even though
Yeah, which
he would
I
have.
that is my I was listening to a podcast talk about that, and that bothered me so much now that I heard that. Like the point of Jonathan Kent dying the way he did in Superman is I have all these powers, yet I couldn't save him. There, he fucking could have saved his father. He's in a tornado. Who cares? But it's like,
Yeah, and he could have done it without revealing his
because he
identity.
has super speed. Yeah,
Yeah. So it just made no sense and it
yeah,
was out of character for him.
correct.
And the rest of the movie, he just felt very disconnected. He was out saving people, but he felt very disconnected from
Mm,
humanity.
I agree.
And it was more of a God walking among man rather than it was
Yeah,
more super
which
than it was man.
if you've seen any of Zack Snyder's films, it's pretty. He kind of
Pretty
like
on par.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Watchmen. He kind of made Superman like Captain Mr. What the hell is the blue guy's name? Why am I drawing a blank?
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan. I was going to say Mr. Saturn. I'm like that's not right. Um I okay. What else? I also
Yeah, I
I
mean, it was great in this
yeah.
movie how he just connected with everybody, and like it
Well,
was
they even
he
said like
saved a squirrel.
yeah, I love the dog because I love dogs. It's funny. I was sitting in the scene where they're in the pocket universe, and you see, I'm sitting there next to my friend, and after the movie, he goes, "It was funny watching that scene because he's." I don't have kids. I just have a dog. He's like, you. It was a scene going back between a dog in apparel and a baby in apparel, and seeing my reaction to the baby or reaction to the dog was kind of funny. It's kind of amusing.
Yeah,
Uh, but I thought I actually. Speaking of
that baby was my one major
yeah, the
gripe.
CGI was a little. It was still better than Flash CGI babies, but
Yes, but yeah, the that baby looked weird. Like
yeah.
it looked fake.
I thought which
Metamorpho himself looked fine.
yeah. Well, I think Metamorpho was practical effects except for the changes.
Yeah.
I really liked Holt's portrayal of Lex. It kind of reminded me of the 90s cartoon in a way as oh my God, who did his voice? Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh,
We're both bad at this.
oh, hold on, because
Ugh.
I just watched him in Dexter. Um, he was, and I was like, oh, that's him, isn't
Clancy
it?
Brown.
Clancy Brown. And I was like, that voice is so familiar. The voice, oh, that's Clancy Brown. That's
Yeah. And
Lex
like
Luthor. It's like, of course he's the bad guy.
that portrayal of Lex Luthor, I think kind of inspired this in a way.
Hmm.
I mean, Lex was a little more I think he had a little more megalomaniacalism in him than, if that's a word, than that Lex did. Well, maybe later
This
in John.
was a very 80s Bronze Age Lex Luthor.
Yeah, maybe
So,
even modern age, because Lex Luthor the Billionaire is more a modern age thing than
well, I mean
Yeah,
that was
that
in
Man
the
of
Bronze
Steel.
Age started officially started in like the after Crisis.
I thought that was
So
the modern age started after Crisis. The Bronze Age. We're in
no,
the modern age
they
now.
read it. They read no. We're in the modern age, but the
Mm,
Bronze Age was like
yeah,
post Crisis up
the
until
man, the
New
Man of
52.
I'll tell you, the Man of Steel, the 8 issue comic by John Byrne, is what
Mm,
reestablished the modern Superman.
yeah,
But that was right after Crisis. But
yeah,
Lex was very I thought Holt's portrayal was it. The thing that I was thinking about is like from a movie standpoint, it's hard to buy Lex's motivation. If you look at this as a movie, the villain just hates your hero for no reason. If you look at this as a comic book, though, it makes sense.
right. I mean, that's
And
part of the problem of
this was a
jumping into it
this was
right
a
in the middle.
but it if you think about it, this was a comic book on the screen. The way it was done, it was James Gunn created a visual comic book. I
Yeah,
mean, there was no panels and stuff. Like the opening of the movie was again, if you've seen the trailer, the scene where Superman crashes into the snow and uses Krypto to save him, but they have kind of like I wouldn't even call it an opening crawl. It's just like a couple of maybe 10 sentences setting up the world.
yeah.
Basically, 300 years ago, metahumans appeared. 30 years ago, the baby crashed. 3 years ago, he revealed himself to the world. 3 hours ago, he got attacked. 3 minutes ago, he lost his first battle. I actually, I thought that Hammer of I keep calling Bavaria, but it's
Moravia,
Moravia. I called him
Moravia.
I actually thought in the trailer that was gonna be Lex in his power suit. That's what it looked like to me in the trailer. I don't know if you caught that, if you thought that.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty sure that was oh yeah, I mean, Ultraman had a different
Yeah,
outfit.
I also when
But
I
yeah,
saw when I saw Lex's things, I thought they were gonna be like what's it, the Everymen project? I didn't think it was gonna be Planet Watch. I thought they were gonna use that. But anyway, and just I loved Crypto. I thought the way they used him was great. I thought like the scene where Superman goes, "I'm going to turn myself in," and Lois is like, "Why?" I'm like, I figured they'll take me where Crypto is, and he's all alone, and like, and he's like, he's not even a very good dog, but he's all alone. I just that
yeah.
that just shows who Superman is. He cares about a dog. He can't. He loves the dog, but he hates the dog.
I mean,
Um,
it's not even his dog.
yeah, I thought the Justice
So
Gang was great. I know Guy Gardner was in it enough. He didn't
Nathan
over.
Fillion is Guy Gardner.
I actually
Like,
thought he would have been a good Hal Jordan, but he was actually very
I
good.
mean, everyone thought he should be Hal Jordan
He
because
voiced Hal
he
Jordan a
voiced
couple
Hal
of
Jordan in the animated a couple animated
yeah.
movies, but he was
Yeah,
fantastic as Guy Gardner. Yeah, like his facial expressions even
yeah,
nailed it.
yeah,
If you look at the 80s Justice
yeah.
League comics,
Isabella
like it,
Merced, I enjoyed. I mean, Hawkgirl, they didn't really flesh her out too much, which was enjoyed. Mr. Terrific, honestly, of those three, was the one that had the most to do with. And
right.
my favorite moment of his was, "Do you need the code? I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific." I love that scene. That was just perfect.
He was a much better Mr. Terrific than the one we got in Arrow.
I actually kind of like the Arrow one.
It was fine, but
Yeah,
it's it pushes the limit of disbelief that while everyone is running to suit up in an emergency, he has time to stop and braid his hair.
yeah, yeah. Okay, but the other thing is I also felt Arrow is trying to be well, at some points it was a little extravagant, but they was trying to be a little more grounded in a
Yeah.
way. I mean, they did go into a little mysticism and they introduced like the metahumans and stuff through the Flash, but I still think
I
they were
mean,
trying to
they
be
also had Arrow die and come back through a Lazarus pit.
oh yeah. Well, his sister, not him. He never died. He died later on and came back as a Spectre.
No, Ra's al Ghul killed him
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. I
in
forgot.
like season two or
Yeah.
something like that.
I didn't love that portrayal of Ra's al Ghul, but we won't get into that. We'll
I
do the
mean,
Arrow.
they were basically setting it up as Batman without Batman.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
gave
yeah.
him all of
That's pretty
Batman's
much
stories.
that's pretty much I think Berlanti wanted to do a Batman show and we'll give you Green Arrow and he said okay and made Oliver Queen be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's another podcast,
Yeah,
and we
but
will get to that.
we'll get to that. What
Tune
else?
in.
I loved Skylar Gizondo or Gizondo, however I pronounce it as Jimmy Olsen. This is the first movie where Jimmy Olsen wasn't really a background character,
Yeah, no, he was
or he wasn't
great.
killed in the first 3 minutes
And
of the movie.
I saw an interview with him. When he was auditioning, he thought he was actually auditioning for Superman.
Yeah.
And then he got the call back and he was like, "Am I Superman?" And James Gunn just kind of laughed at him.
That's the perfect thing for Jimmy Olsen. I
Yeah,
It was kind of hard to buy him and Eve Tessmacher's relationship, but I'll suspend disbelief for that. And like the way she took this, I thought I actually enjoyed her character. Like, of course, Lex would be dating a social media influencer.
yeah. And I like the classic uh Luther sidekicks or goons.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Eve Tessmacher, Otis. It's like this was a lot of callbacks
yeah.
to 78
And
Superman.
there were some good Easter eggs too. Like there's a scene where they're when they're evacuating Metropolis, and you see a sign pointing to Gotham City. I don't know if you caught that.
I missed
Um,
that, but I'm seeing it next week in IMAX.
they have Stag
Yeah,
Technologies, which
saw that.
I was kind of surprised they didn't tie that into Metamorpho more, but because Metamorpho got
I
created
mean,
through Simon Stagg. But anyway,
yeah, but they're also I
mm,
think they're going to flesh him out in
yeah,
a later movie.
or some yeah.
I mean, we only briefly saw Max Lord also.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Peacemaker too. We saw
Yeah,
Peacemaker for a second. I actually like that cameo. We saw Christopher Reeve's son was in the movie.
yeah.
He's a reporter, Will Reeve. Did you see the Superman documentary?
I did not. I started
Watch it.
watching it on an airplane and then I fell
Wait.
asleep. Um,
Honestly,
just because it was a long flight. But yeah,
if you get when you get a chance, watch it. It's actually really, 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 really good.
really,
And like, really, yeah.
really, really.
So like, Christopher Reeve and his wife died within a year of each other,
Well, that's sad.
and their 12-year-old son was raised by his adult brother and sister.
Hmm.
Because that was Christopher Reeve's. Dana was his second marriage. I don't even know if he was married, but he had two kids from a previous relationship that were like in their 30s, and they had a 12-year-old brother they had to take care of.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of amazing. And he's a ABC correspondent, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, um, Corn Sweat though, just he,
He was Superman.
yeah,
He was the full package.
we literally had one scene of Clark Kent. I kind of liked how they explained the glasses.
The Hypno glasses,
Yeah.
which is canon. It's actually in the comic.
That's from a long time, an earlier. That's like
It's like
Silver.
70s, I
I was gonna
think.
say that's probably Silver Ages. That
Yeah,
sounds very Silver Age-ish.
it was. I think in the
Yeah.
70s or late 60s. I'm pretty sure it was early 70s.
Ugh. And apparently the scene that they filmed in the Hall of Justice, it was at the Union Station in Cincinnati, what the Hall of Justice is based on, and they actually used that building as the exterior also.
Hmm. I mean,
Um,
that was really
Meanwhile,
great seeing
yeah.
that.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
at
at the
the Hall
Hall
of
of
Justice.
Justice, I still have my Hall of Justice playset from the 80s.
Cool. I have Castle Grayskull right there.
I don't know where my Castle Grayskull
Uh,
is.
uh, um, Trying to think what else about the movie. The plot was at least it wasn't Lex doing a real estate scheme this time.
Yeah,
It was
but
basically a simple
it was pretty much a
a
comic book
comic book.
movie.
Yeah,
It wasn't a deep plot, but you're not going for waiting for Godot. Uh,
or
you're
hell, even
you're
Infinity War.
you're going for to be entertained for 2 hours and to suspend your disbelief that a man can fly.
Yeah,
And it's just a good time.
yeah. And honestly, I'd say Lex was a better villain than 90% of Marvel movies, even from the first couple of phases.
He was a memorable villain.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
had, I mean,
think of
his
all the Marvel
motivation.
movies. Think of all the Marvel movies. There's two villains I could think of that are actually good villains.
I mean, Thanos,
And
Whiplash,
Loki.
Loki.
Well,
who has a very deep arc and then redeems
yeah,
himself and then dies and then comes back and redeems himself again.
yeah. And those are the only like I'm trying to think. Those are the only two decent villains in all the Marvel.
Crossbones?
You mean General Flag?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, they're just
Mm.
yeah, the Marvel villains for the most part are very one-dimensional and don't get a lot of background. Um,
The one thing that I was kind of surprised was the scene where they were trying to question Superman and like then they just shot and Lex shot the guy in the head. That was really a dark moment for the movie.
yeah, but and then you saw at the end,
Yeah. They
uh,
honored
there was the Daily Planet story honoring him,
yeah,
written by
Lois Clark Kent or
Clark
Lois Lane?
Kent.
I don't
Clark
remember.
Kent,
Yeah.
and they touched up on this in uh, Superman and Lois,
Which was
but
actually a
like
very good show.
it was a very good show. Um,
I didn't love the second season that much with the whole Ali Ostrom arc, but I liked the
yeah,
show.
but there are serious journalistic ethical issues
Uh,
with Clark Kent basically
writing
writing
about
about
some,
himself.
yeah.
And having worked in journalism for 20 years or so, um, I have some
Mm,
issues with that.
mm,
Uh, but like I get why he is there, so he can have his ear to the ground and not people won't be suspicious when he disappears quickly because he's out covering a story. But
yeah.
he's also really breaking a lot of journalistic ethical.
We didn't have a transformation scene in this movie.
That's true.
He also,
No, we did not get him ripping open his
yeah.
shirt to reveal the S.
I still remember when we saw the Smallville finale. I said the last scene is going to be opening up the shirt to the yes, and it's going to credits, and I nailed it. Josh was with me
Y
when we saw that, and he could prove that I said that before it happened.
yes. Ugh.
Um,
Because he refused to wear the tights.
yeah.
It was the one time full body shot we got in the finale was complete CGI.
So
So,
rate okay from George Reeves to Corn Sweat. Let's rate this our Superman.
oh boy, we're not including Kirk Allen, right?
No, I said George Reeves. Kirk Allen was
Okay,
before George Reeves.
yeah.
So I'll do mine. I'm going to put Reeve. I have to put one because he was my Superman. Like I know George Reeves was a forum, but I saw Reeve before I saw Reeves. No, I saw yeah, Reeve before Reeve. So I'm gonna go with Christopher Reeve. I really
Are we
like
including animated?
no live action.
Okay, because I think
S-
I my first Superman was uh the
Ruby
animated
Spears.
the Ruby Spears animated
I
one,
don't even know. I don't even know
and
who.
then Christopher Reeves, and then
No, it's Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve, yes, Christopher Reeve, and then George Reeves on Nick at Night
Night. That's yeah. I
in
used to.
the late '80s, very early '90s.
Hmm.
So it's about the same time, but I think I saw Christopher Reeve first.
I dub saw Christopher Reeve first, so I'm gonna go Christopher Reeve.
Yeah,
Then I'm gonna be an interesting one. I really like Tyler Hoechlin's portrayal. I thought,
he was very good. I didn't love the costumes,
yeah,
but
I'm just going.
I
I'm just going with portrayals. So
okay.
I'm gonna give him two. Then I'm gonna go Corn Sweat. I mean, he could go up or down because this I've only had 2 hours with him. So I'm gonna give him three. So who's next? We still have. Then I'm gonna go
Dean Cain.
George Reeves,
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Routh, then Dean Cain.
Are we missing anybody?
TV show.
I mean, do you want to include Superboy?
I was just thinking about them. I've didn't.
There were two actually.
Yeah, John. Some guy with three names and some guy.
Christopher Gerard, I think, was one of
Yeah,
them.
and John Wayne Newton or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
That show was so bad. It's hard to.
I liked it. I mean, I
Uh,
was 7 at the
yeah,
time, and No, then apparently it went until I was like 11. I don't remember that as
I think
much,
it
but
was th yeah, I think it had 3 seasons, but
yeah,
like
4 seasons.
versus I know
But then there
and
was a
they,
comic book based on it also, and I
yeah.
collected all those.
So but let's skip those because nobody really paid that attention to it.
Yeah,
I think it was a syndicated show, so I don't even think it had a regular time slot.
yeah. Um,
Did we get them all?
so,
Yeah.
Cavill.
Oh, Cavill. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot about Cavill. I'm gonna put Cavill before George. Before Ralph. I like Cavill better than Ralph.
All
Because
right, so
I didn't dislike Ralph, but Ralph was playing Christopher Reeve.
yeah,
That was my
I think Ralph's performance as Kingdom Come Superman
was better.
in
Yeah,
Legends
Crisis.
and Crisis was phenomenal. And that was more that what literally was a direct he was the Christopher Reeve Superman in that
Yeah.
one. He
Yeah.
even says like it's not the first time I went nuts and fought myself.
Yeah.
Um, direct reference to the
Superman 3.
horrible Superman 3. Um,
I've probably seen that one more than any of the others because it was like we had that one on tape and it was a good go-to when I was sick and home from school.
That robot lady freaked me out as a
Yeah.
kid. Um, all right, so I'm gonna rank Christopher Reeve as number one,
Hmm.
um, because he just embodied Superman so much
He
that
made you believe a man could
the
fly.
artists at DC modeled Superman after him in the 80s.
Hmm.
Like it's he was Superman.
Yeah.
Um, after that. Uh, um, I think Corn Sweat might be number
Yeah.
two for now. Um, and
Oh,
then
I forgot Tom Welling.
okay.
Who's probably
Um,
played Superman more than anyone else.
yeah, well, technically no, because he didn't
Yeah.
actually
I
become
know.
Superman until the end.
Yeah.
But uh, and then my his performance was good, but the writing of the show was just uh,
Inconsistent.
inconsistent, and once they got out of the Kryptonite villain of the week model, uh, uh, it got better. But like it was just
Yeah.
it was Superboy without the tights.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't love some of the other creative choices they did. But okay, so we've got Reeve, Corn Sweat. I would say it's a tough call because I liked Cavill's Superman, just not
The
the
writing.
complete picture. And like he wasn't a complete Superman. Um, when he was actually in costume, he was fine. Um, so maybe three. Um, who else am I miss? Dean Cain. Uh, George Reeves I would put above Dean Cain.
Yeah.
Probably above Cavill, because that was a straight portrayal out of Golden Age
Yeah.
Superman. Like that
I
was
just said you could tell he was wearing a sweatshirt with a thick iron onto
yeah. Um, oh, are we counting Nicolas Cage?
it. No.
He did show up in
Yeah.
on film.
Did you ever see The
Um,
Death of Superman Lives? The documentary?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I think I watched that during the pandemic.
let's see. So we got Reeve, uh, Corn Sweat, Reeves. I'm gonna go Kingdom Come Routh,
Okay.
Crisis Routh. After that, then Superman Returns Routh, um, then Cavill, then Dean Cain.
Yeah. I probably liked Dean Cain more at the time because now I've watched that show, some of those episodes, and that show was actually pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean,
It was very 90s.
it was very 90s, and the
The I c-
effects
Yeah,
were
and
very
the plots were
90s.
just stupid. Like when she became a clone that had to eat frogs.
Yeah.
Though I did like John Shea Lex Luthor. That first season, he was really good.
He was very good.
Yeah.
And it also had Denise Crosby.
Oh yeah. I also Jonathan Frakes was a guest star also, I think, in an episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Didn't he play a Kryptonian?
No, he played like a reporter or something like that.
Hmm. Okay.
Or I think he played like a con artist with his wife.
Hmm.
But there was a guy that looked like him that played like Kryptonian, I remember. All right. What else about the movie? Um, overall, the
Have you
other thing
all seen it yet? Like, why haven't you gone out to see it?
the thing that it does best is it makes you want more.
Yes. And
What
I've been hearing that there may not be a direct sequel, but Gunn is building something. So
I
we're going to
I
get more
I think
of
the biggest
everything. He's
mistake
building
that
a universe.
I think the biggest mistake the DCEU did was not having a Superman sequel. The Superman sequel should not have been Batman v Superman. They should have had
Yeah,
a Superman movie, a Batman movie, then brought them, and then a Wonder Woman movie, and then done Justice League.
I agree. I think that
They were trying to rush.
DC tried to rush it. They were playing catch up with Marvel, and whereas Marvel did individual movies before
The thing
they
about
brought
Marvel
everybody
also is
together.
I don't think they originally intended it to be what it became.
They did not. That the end credit scene
Was a joke.
was a joke. It was they just threw that in there as fan service,
Yeah.
and they really weren't planning to do an Avengers movie. But
Yeah.
then it became popular, and they decided, let's roll with this.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Feige steps in, and they mapped it all out.
And that's
And
what the thing
that's
about
where DC failed.
yeah, I mean, I always thought the person that would have been the right guy for to do DC was Jeff Johns.
I mean, they did put him in charge of the TV,
Yeah.
but that had other issues with CW.
Yeah. Which was weird because they own part of it, but um I
Yeah,
I kind of like the one thing also is like if like did you watch Creature Commandos?
I did not.
Okay. So Rick Flag is in that also and they're voiced by the same actor and whose
Was
name
it Rick Flag Jr. or Rick
no,
Flag
Rick
Sr.?
Flag Sr., the one in the movie, Crossbones,
Right.
and I can't think of his name right now.
Google,
Wikipedia.
IMDb, IMDb.
I don't use IMDb that much. I use Wikipedia.
Slacker. You're a slacker, Horowitz. Your father was a
Frank
slacker,
Grillo.
and you're a slacker.
Yeah. Interesting stuff about Back to the Future. The To Be Continued was actually added after the theatrical run when they decided to make the sequel.
Well, I mean, Episode 4 was added
Yeah.
after theatrical run also for Star Wars.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. So I think it was added for the re-release, though.
yeah.
I don't. Okay. So now to our second topic of this. How Jewish is Superman? So Superman was created in 1938 by Jewish sons of Jewish immigrants, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, who DC royally fucked over the years, but we're not going to get into that. Like DC, like just their family should be like worth billions, and DC really screwed them over. Um, and Superman basically is the Jewish immigrant story. He he's Moses. He was set by his parents. He was rescued by out of his home. He is a stranger in a strange land. He's an immigrant. A,
He's trying to assimilate into
he
the
hides in plain
culture.
sight.
I
At the same,
mean, when I was on Birthright many moons ago, um, there was a discussion about this and about what Superman means, and that Krypton was the Jewish homeland,
yeah,
and Superman was sent to America basically to escape persecution. And then they ended it with saying, "Welcome to Israel, welcome to Krypton."
yeah,
And our favorite Hillel director was part of that shtick, wearing a funny hat.
yeah. And Superman, his powers are based on the Jewish story of the Golem, not the um
Golem.
Golem. Yeah,
Gollum is Lord of the
Lord of the
Ring.
Rings. Yeah, 8 hours of people walking. Move on.
Yes.
Um,
I mean, a lot of it was based on a lot of
yeah,
comics were based on like the Golem. The Hulk is based on the Golem,
yeah,
um, more directly. So,
and
um,
Superman's whole story, trying to the whole thing about like, hi Steph. I think Josh is waving to his wife behind him. Superman also
he
like,
just said Superman was excellent, and I
yeah.
was right.
Um, and like his whole thing about saving people, it's literally pikuach nefesh. It's the saving one life. It's his,
It's he who saves a life saves a world,
yeah,
and Superman takes that to heart. Like it's the ultimate. His ultimate responsibility is saving lives,
yeah,
and like he will put that ahead of everything else, even his own life, which he
yeah.
did in
Superman's
1992, Death of
Super,
Superman.
Superman 75.
And
I have it hanging right there.
it's probably not worth much these days.
Well, what I actually did is I actually got a dual frame, a comic frame, and I have the black poly bag on one side and the white poly bag on the other. It looks kind of cool. So I'll say,
Nice. I
yeah.
opened my poly bag when I got it, and then I was looking to buy another one and saw
Hmm.
they were going for like hundreds of dollars. I was like, okay, forget it. Now I could probably get one for like $3.
No, I think it's like 30 to 35 bucks.
Eh,
All right. Sorry,
I do have
Michael.
the white poly bag from the like the return issue.
So so you destroyed the black poly bag but kept the white poly bag.
Well, I bought two copies of that one.
Racist.
Oh,
Uh, you had to see that coming. Come on. Okay, but like anyway, back to the subject at hand. Superman's whole thing is pursuing justice. He looks for to save
Sedek
everyone.
Sedek Tirdof.
Yep,
Justice, justice, you shall pursue.
I read
Truth,
the same.
justice, and the American way.
No. Which is interesting. The box office really did not do well internationally.
Superman?
Yeah, it only hit 95 and like only made like 4 million in China or something like that.
Hmm.
Superman has not tracked internationally very well in general
I
because
mean,
it's very
it's
tied to America is why.
yeah. I mean, it did very well opening weekend in America, and
Yeah, it usually
it
usually
almost made its money back.
usually on a big thing like this, usually the international will usually double the American for obvious reasons, and it didn't.
Yeah,
Like Jurassic World, the which did you see that yet?
not yet.
I don't know. It
Um,
looks bad to me.
I mean, I couldn't really tell you the plot of any of the Jurassic World or Park movies since the second one. Um, they've just been excuses for special effects.
Yeah. I
Let's
like the
see.
first Jurassic World one. Next two aren't very good.
Yeah, let's see. Superman is a box office hit, but the hard part comes next. What's the hard part? Superman soars at box office, breathing new life into DC films.
Yeah, I think it had the best opening in Superman history, but I think Man of Steel made like a shit ton of money though. I think Man of Steel made like 700.
Yeah, let's see.
Man of Steel.
Uh,
Man of Steel made 670 worldwide, 290 domestic, 380 international. It was a different time then, but opening weekend.
so this Superman made 122 million
Yeah,
opening
Man
weekend
of Steel made
domestic.
116.
Okay.
The thing that's gonna hurt this box office is Fantastic Four comes out next week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to see both next week, so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it made 125 million over the
Yeah.
weekend, beating out the estimate of 122.
Yeah,
Um,
Superman's at it's at 250 worldwide already,
yeah.
but
It's
the
the year's third largest debut after a Minecraft movie, 162 million, and Lilo and Stitch, 146 million, which I have not seen. I saw Minecraft.
that looks stupid and ridiculous.
Which one?
Minecraft.
It was stupid and ridiculous, but it was fun.
Yeah,
Jack
that's what
Jack Black was just fun.
he always is. I think I'll wait for
You don't need to see it on the big screen.
yeah. So but that also has a different audience. That appeals to
Yeah.
kids more so. But going back to Judaism, 'cause we have a tendency to digress. Overall, though, like Cornsweet is the first Jewish actor to portray Superman.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
I'm trying to think of other Jews in Superman. Michael Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor in Smallville.
right. In Superman 2, when he is flying down to save Lois, or no, to save the kid from
Yeah,
who fell into
the
Niagara
Niagara
Falls,
Falls.
you can hear in the background with all the chatter and like people
Yeah,
clamoring for Superman, you hear this one little old lady in a New York accent saying, "Of course he's Jewish."
I think I remember that. Yeah,
So um,
have
but
there been
yeah,
any?
I mean, there have been multiple books written about
The Jewish
Superman,
roots.
the Jewish
Yeah.
roots of Superman, um, from
She,
Krakow to Krypton, up in Oy vey.
well,
Uh,
a lot of most writers use their own life experiences to cultivate their characters. I mean, Siegel and Schuster, I think they were pretty involved in the early days of it, even after the creation. I don't like, I think they were in charge of the comic strip more than the book, if that memory
yeah,
serves.
I think so. You know, if we had actually planned this out a little bit more,
Mm.
I probably could have gone as Simcha Weinstein on as our guest, the rabbi who wrote Up in Oy vey.
You know him?
I am Facebook friends with him.
No, does that mean you
Uh,
know him? On Facebook,
I do know him.
on
Uh,
Facebook.
I have met him in real life.
Mm.
We have chatted. I have
Mm.
interviewed him in the past. Um, and there's Danny Fingerhut, I think Fingeroth,
Mm.
wrote another book about Superman, the Jewish roots of Superman, and
Yeah.
but there have been several books on these topics, and there was also an article. Um,
Yeah, you shared it with me earlier.
no.
Oh,
There was an article in the New Jersey Jewish Standard, written in
oh.
2012, or 2011,
Yeah, but nobody
actually.
cares about that paper. It's defunct.
Uh, it's not defunct. Um, but there was an article about how Jewish comics still are, and looking at we've got all these articles about the Jewish origins of the comic industry and the characters, but this article looked at what Jewish themes still remain. And I think it was a very good article. In fact, it won an award. So kudos to that writer,
I mean,
whoever that mystery writer.
most of the early comic writers were Jewish. Stan Lee, Jack
Yes.
Kirby, Siegel,
Well, yes,
Schuster, Bob
because
Kane.
they were not able to get into other
Yeah.
careers. It's the same thing that happened with Hollywood. Why were all the original studio heads Jewish? Because they were shut out of other careers. Same with the comic book writers. They weren't allowed in, so this is
Started.
what was available to them because these were not considered to be serious industries at the time. So there were no quotas and
It's kind of
uh,
interesting. Like, remember when we were kids, you used to get made fun of for reading comics and stuff, and now it's like cool.
no one made fun of me as a kid.
Ja, it's your face.
I was cool. My mom said so.
In Josh's defense, I met his mother, and she would have said that. That was still one of the best meals I've ever had that night, Shabbat dinner at your mom's house.
Well, you'll have to come over. I've got
Uh,
her recipes.
uh.
So,
But
uh,
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what other Jewish actors there've been. So Cornsweet, Rosenbaum, um, no, n Reeve wasn't, Jackie, whatever his name wasn't, Kidder definitely wasn't. The guy who played Mark McClure is not.
There was a Jimmy Olsen who was Jewish, I thought, and was in the movies or the
It
Reeve
was
movies,
no
or
Mark McClure. He would not be Jewish.
uh,
The one
no,
was Smallville. Was Michael
no,
Landis might have been the original
Michael
Jimmy
Landis. Yeah, he was
it the
Jewish,
first season of Lois and Clark.
possibly.
And they changed him.
Um, Let me look this up because I think I just saw that. Olsen, Jewish actor. It'd help if I could spell. Skylar Gisondo. Oh yeah, I mean Skylar Gisondo is Jewish.
Really?
Yeah, forgot about that. Um, his father is Italian, his mother is of the
Mm.
tribe. Um, but let's see, there was another yeah, pardon me while I look through Jack Larson.
That's the original.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
Michael Landis is not Jewish. His middle name is Christopher. It's usually a good sign that you're not Jewish.
well, I could actually, if I take a break, we take a quick commercial break. I can go look up. There was an article written about this in print.
Mm.
Um,
Nah, it's
but yeah,
not that important.
yeah,
Um, was is John Shea Jewish?
I don't think so.
No,
Um, Irish and German descent,
no.
raised in Massachusetts.
Yeah, nobody who speaks
Um,
German could be evil.
uh,
Um, what you call it in Tyler Hoechlin's not, Bitsy Tulloch isn't.
uh, Superman, Jewish actors.
It's just gonna get you're gonna get corn sweat.
Let's see, Joe Shuster, Jerry Siegel,
Yeah.
Jason Isaacs. Um, when did he play? Was he one of the voices of Superman?
Who?
Uh, Jason Isaacs. Did he
Maybe one of the
one of the
animated.
animated movies?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, J John Glover is Jewish, isn't he?
uh, might be. Let's see, Superman Jewish actors, 2022. Uh,
Jensen Ackles, Erica Durant. Was that Ashmore's not Jewish? Oh yeah.
Let's see. Well, let's just suffice it to say that there have been a bunch of
Yeah.
Jews in Superman
Yep.
and comic book movies.
Mm. And overall though, I mean, you could look it up, but there's definitely some Jewish connections in there. Um, we also like really recommend if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Like the thing that I really haven't heard is I haven't heard anyone. I've heard people that didn't love the film, but I haven't heard anyone like vehemently hate it. I mean, aside from like, the right-wing nut jobs that are think it's woke, but
Or the Snyder bots.
yeah, I mean, look,
I mean,
Snyder had a vision. It wasn't a bad
it
vision.
wasn't Superman.
Yeah, he wanted a dark, gritty
He
comic
wanted
world.
he wanted Superman as Batman,
Yeah,
and it doesn't work for that character.
because
The what
because
I
Josh,
love about
what do
Superman,
rebellions begin with?
hope.
And that's what
And
Superman
really
is.
that's exactly it. Superman is hopeful, Superman is bright, Superman is caring, and like these are the attributes that like drew me to him as a kid. And it's like
Yeah.
this is a big colorful hero that like always does the right thing and is just like
Mm,
the model the role model for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to add is another thing that I really liked about this over Man of Steel was the music.
Yeah,
Superman theme is probably top five iconic themes of all time.
yeah,
Superman, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Maybe I'll give you Jurassic Park and Jaws. Notice they're all Williams themes.
yes.
Harry
Um,
Potter is probably up there, and then maybe what's his name's a Batman theme?
Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman. I can't think of his name. Yeah,
So
but
yeah, I mean
they
they
used it.
used the original score and they
They
had to
didn't use the original score. They used the
well,
original theme. They changed it a little bit here and there. Like
right,
there was a
and
version that
they
was
had to get permission for that.
I think Warner Brothers owns it, but
Well, they had to go Williams
yeah.
for permission. I read that
Yeah.
on the internet, and everything on the internet is true.
Mm. And everything really is true. Thanks, Homer. Um, but I've liked how they used it throughout this instead of like Superman has a theme, James Bond has a theme.
Yeah, and like we've heard that theme repeated in Superman media over
Yeah,
the years. Like it showed up in various TV shows, like
yeah.
just hints of it,
I think
and
even
like
Smallville had it at certain points.
yeah,
Like even in
um,
as much as Justice League was a piece of shit movie, when the scene where they showed Superman when he first came out back from the dead, spoilers, they played the Superman theme. I think they even sampled the Batman theme in there, and the I actually really like the Wonder Woman theme. I like that
the
theme.
Wonder Woman theme was great,
Yeah.
and I think
I
that
wouldn't call
that
it iconic, but it was a good theme.
it was, and that was probably the best thing about Batman v Superman.
Wonder, yeah. I still say Wonder Woman was two-thirds of a good movie.
Yeah,
I didn't like the ending.
yeah, and the sequel was terrible.
So we watched that sequel on Christmas Day of 2020. I made Marissa watch the first one, so we watched the second one. Like that was just one of the worst movies I ever saw. The problem was I had really bad plantar fasciitis that night, and I couldn't walk up the stairs from my basement, so Marissa had helped me up. It was kind of funny. Like I couldn't put any weight on my foot. It was really bad.
Mm. Oh, I had that years ago.
Yeah. I liked Gal Gadot, another Jewish Israeli Wonder Woman.
Yes, who served in the Israeli military and
Yep.
taught Krav and could actually
Probably be Wonder Woman.
kick your ass.
Ugh. What else about the movie?
I mean, they are planning a new Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, I heard that,
So,
and they're planning two Batman movies. One,
well,
the
yeah, there's
Batman
Brave and the
sequel.
Bold.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I actually think establishing the three of them is the most important thing DC has to do. Like the thing that people don't realize about Marvel is, well, I don't know if they realize at the time, Iron Man was like a C-lister before
yeah.
the movie
Well,
because Marvel didn't have
they were
they
pulling
didn't
all
have
the
the rights to their big
C-listers.
hitters. They didn't have the rights to X-Men or Spider-Man
Yeah.
because they
So they
sold
were
them the
making do with what they had.
and
Now bad financial decisions in the 80s and 90s led to
Marvel going bankrupt and being owned by Disney.
yeah.
But
Well, it went bankrupt in the 90s and then
yeah,
it came back and it was Marvel Studios saved it and then uh Disney bought it anyway. Because that's what Disney does. Just wait
yeah.
until it buys Warner Brothers.
But Warner Brothers has had all the rights the entire time to all the DC, and
Yes.
they just couldn't get it together. I mean, like I'll tell you this: the first two Superman movies are great, though. I actually like the Richard Donner cut better
The
than the
Richard
one that.
Donner cut is great.
Yeah. Um,
If you haven't, if anyone has not seen that, go find it. Watch it on HBO Max.
and
It's as close as you can get
that's on.
to
I didn't
Donner's
realize that's on
original vid.
Max. I have to watch that.
I think
Yeah.
it is. I own
Uh,
the DVD,
yeah.
but
Um, the four Batman movies, two of them are good and two of them are not
wait, you're
good.
talking about the 80s and 90s Batman
Yeah.
movies?
So the first
Yeah,
and
well,
third are
the first, yeah.
Batman Returns does not hold up. Have you watched that recently? It is.
Not entirely.
Here's the thing.
There was
Okay.
some studio interference on that, I
No,
believe.
no, no, no. Okay. Here's the thing. Batman, the 1989 Batman was Danny Elfman directing a Batman movie.
That was
Batman, Re
Tim Burton
Tim
directing
Burton,
of
Tim
that.
Burton, sorry.
Danny Elfman wrote the score.
Yeah. Okay. It was Tim Burton directing a Batman movie. Batman Returns was Tim Burton directing a Batman movie as Tim Burton. Because it
Mm.
got with the circus and stuff, that just got weird shit. Batman Forever was a decent film. Batman and Robin
I
is
mean, when I first saw Batman Forever,
yeah.
after the movie, I said to a friend of mine there, and we both agreed it was better than Batman Returns. We both loved it. Um,
It
and
has a lot of flaws, don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I mean, does it hold up as well? That's a question. Um, Jim
and then
Carrey was still a good Riddler, but um, he was pretty much playing Frank Gorshin.
yeah.
Um,
And
Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face became very um,
became
too,
comedic,
too,
not
too,
sadistic.
right. It became very
Yeah.
one-dimensional.
I mean, then going to and then Batman and Robin, going to
Uh, I mean, I would say the portrayal of Two-Face in Batman the Animated Series was far superior
oh yeah, well the
to Batman Forever.
I'll agree to that. Then the Dark Knight trilogy, I actually everyone loves the Dark Knight. I think Batman Begins is my favorite of those three.
It's the one that holds up the best. Um, Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises both suffer from bloated plots. There were scenes in Dark Knight that we just didn't need. We don't need him going
Macau well, Asia.
to China or Japan,
Yeah,
wherever he was, to get
capture the
this
gangster.
accountant. Like this doesn't is not moving the plot forward really.
And
Like we
and
can,
The Dark Knight Rises is a terrorism movie that Batman just happens to be in.
yeah. And Bane, they could have done a comic accurate Bane,
Yeah.
and grounded. All they had to do was make the Venom a super steroid,
Yeah.
and you've got the character,
You
and
could,
you're still close. You can. It doesn't have to be as bulky as he was in the comics
yeah.
from it, but like you can still have him taking like this super drug,
Well, how do we go?
and
We got on to Batman from Superman. But anyway, what do you think of the Batman?
I liked it. It
You know what? I
was
liked it when
more of a detective movie, which
we
a
haven't
lot of
seen.
the Batman movies have lacked, and
My
we
issue
don't see the Batman using his detective skills as
my
much.
issue with it was 3 hours long and I've only watched it once. It's the only Batman
Yeah,
movie I've ever seen once.
there are scenes I really like, and I will watch again. But yeah, it's hard to watch the entire thing straight through. Um, but
And then the
I
Superman,
didn't enjoy his
yeah,
Bruce Wayne as much because it wasn't like he was not an live in this world Bruce Wayne. It wasn't the
yeah,
fully developed Bruce Wayne mask.
yeah,
He was still just
yeah.
Batman.
It was basically Batman Year One, kind of.
Yeah,
Mm,
but like even in Batman Year One
yeah,
in the comic, he had the Bruce Wayne persona,
yeah.
and
And
this
then
one he wasn't. He didn't even care about that. Like,
and then the Superman movies, the four. I mean, one and two are really good.
yes,
Three has its moments. Four is just bad.
for yeah, and
Four
you
also
know,
had no budget. It was just
there were outsourcing issues.
yeah.
Ford just
It was a
got
weird
like
studio. Um,
yeah,
Superman Superman
the
Returns wasn't
Israelis were involved, so
Superman Return wasn't bad, but it was just boring because
it was more of a remake
yeah,
of the first Superman, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
Lex Luthor with another real estate plot, and Kryptonite,
yeah.
and
And
it's very
and
similar.
Man of Steel we already spoke about.
And I saw, like, we saw Lois with the kid in the previews,
Mm.
and as I was standing in line waiting to go into the theater, it came to me, and I said, like, please don't let that kid be Superman's. Don't ma make him a deadbeat dad. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, damn it. I was right.
yeah. And then shit. And then Batman v Superman. It wasn't a bad movie.
Have you
Okay,
seen the director's cut?
the director's cut is much better.
Yes.
My
It's
issue,
just
the
smoother,
the
but yeah.
problem, I said biggest problem I had with Batman v Superman, aside from like,
Martha!
aside from which I actually understand when I heard Zack Snyder sing, and I'll get to that. My issue with it is the first 40 minutes are really badly cut. The way it's just very choppy how it goes back and forth. It's not a smooth. It's much better than the director's cut. The thing about the Martha thing is it's not that, hey, my mom has your name, your mom, my mom has the same name as your mom. It's that was the moment that Batman realizes even though he's an alien, he's human.
Mm,
It wasn't well done. It's just like he said, I have to go save my mom, and he goes, "What do you mean your mom? You're an alien." He's like, I was raised by humans. That's my mom. That would have been a better way to do it than using Martha and Martha. Which it never
yeah,
even dawned on me that both their mothers had the same name till that moment, but that's a whole different story.
yeah, and yeah,
Batman's
and also,
Jewish.
yes,
Yeah.
Lois was the one who explained that it's
Yeah.
his mother. Why
Yeah.
did you say that name?
Yeah.
Why are you saying Martha?
But I said like
Oh,
need
it's his
this
mother.
but who would say I need to save Martha? Like I need to save my mom is what
Yeah,
I mean.
because again, that shows
And my,
the disconnect
yeah,
that he cares for this woman, but he's not looking at her as his mother so much. Like there's
exactly.
still that disconnect. He's not Clark, he's Superman.
Yeah, but if he said, need to save mom, need to save mom, and he goes, and then Batman's like, what do you mean need to save mom? You're an alien. And then Lois Lane goes, he was raised by humans. His mom is being threatened by Lex Luthor. Then
Yeah.
that
I
would have better,
mean,
but
in general, they really just needed a 30-second conversation
yeah,
to say Lex Luthor is holding this woman captive. He's setting us up, trying to pit us against each other.
yeah.
Let's team up and stop
That
the
being
bad
said, I
guy.
actually thought the fight was pretty awesome.
The fight was awesome. It was
Yeah.
taken very
And
much from
I didn't like the,
Dark Knight
yeah,
Returns.
yeah, yeah. And I didn't, there was no need to do Doomsday at that point. It was too soon for Doomsday.
Yes.
Like,
Not a very good
but
representation of Doomsday
however,
either.
though, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I kind of like that the death of Superman is what helped open up that um the mother boxes, and
I
that's
didn't like what he did with the mother boxes
oh yeah, it
either.
was stupid,
Like
but yeah,
that's not what the mother boxes are in
no,
the comics. They're like mini computers. Everyone has one.
yeah,
Like they're not
the
this
Trinity,
unity
yeah,
thing.
whatever it's called.
Like this is not the what
And let's just
they
not talk
are.
about that Russian family that Josh Whedon put in. That made no sense.
Yeah.
All right, but anyways, we're running long, and I have to get up early. We tend to record late at night. So if you have any if you want to talk about Superman, you can email us at fandyesh@gmail.com. That's E as in Edward, F as in Frank, A-N-D, Y as in Yesh, E, S as in Sam, H@gmail.com. You know how to spell Gmail. Um, we should have our
What's
social
the
media
first letter?
we should have our social media up soon. My lovely talented wife will be managing it, and maybe we'll put some video clips up at some point. Maybe we'll even
I
have our wives on to discuss it.
I
Our
think
next,
we need t-shirts.
let's get an audience first. So tell your friends, tell your enemies if you don't like the show. What you call it, and we'll be on there. If you like us, email us, tell us if you like us, tell us what you don't like. Our next thing we're going to talk about the Rocky Jew, aka the Fantastic Four.
That's a reference to Ben Grimm, the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Who actually is Jewish in the comics, but
We're not
so
talking about Rocky Balboa,
who's
whose
definitely not Jewish.
manager, Mickey, was Jewish.
Yeah. So party off, Josh. Party
Party
off.
off, Scott.
Have a good night, everybody.